In a plethora of sports, the culmination of every quad is the Olympic Games, the biggest and most prestigious competition in history, and it's every athlete's dream to be able to represent their country in an event of such magnitude. But there are two sides to every coin, and for every moment of glory, there's also a moment of torment. Careers at the highest level of performance can be grueling, heartbreaking, and even unfair at times, with all the hard work and sacrifice being gone in a matter of seconds. Konnor McClain was expected to become one of the faces of USA Gymnastics during the 2022-24 quad. She made her first World Championship team back in 2021, where she performed only on beam but unfortunately did not advance to the final. In 2022, Konnor bounced back stronger, showing great results in multiple international assignments, like the Jesolo Trophy where she won 4 gold medals and eventually went on to become all-around and balance beam national champion. Sadly, a back injury right before trials prevented her from making her second consecutive world team and put an end to an up to that point very successful season. Fans were hoping for an even stronger return to competition the following year. However, halfway through 2023, McClain made the unexpected announcement that she would be switching her focus to the upcoming collegiate season as an LSU Tiger, while still maintaining, in the back of her mind, her ultimate goal to pursue a spot on the US team for Paris 2024. Konnor went on to have a pretty solid first NCAA season, scoring 3 perfect 10s, claiming the SEC title on beam, and helping LSU win their first national championship in the program's history. And once the season ended, the American gymnast fully readjusted her sight on the elite comeback. She made her return at the Core Hydration Classic in May 2024, her first elite competition in almost 2 years. Konnor had a pretty solid beam rotation, scoring a 14.2 to win the bronze medal. Unfortunately, while warming up on floor, the 19-year-old suffered an Achilles tendon injury and was forced to withdraw from the remainder of the meet. This also put an end to her quest to claim a spot on the Olympic team. At this point, it's still unknown if Konnor will try for the Los Angeles Games in 2028, but given her tremendous potential, the door is pretty open. Zoe Miller is another American gymnast that we won't be seeing at the Paris Games. She was one of Simone Biles' teammates and made the senior national team for the first time in 2021. Miller stood out on the uneven bars, an event that has been considered one of Team USA's weaknesses for some time now. She had one of the highest start values in the country by performing a mix of high-difficulty releases, transitions, and pirouettes. Her intricate combinations, impressive amplitude, and beautiful lines helped her become a Pan American Games champion and Pan American Championships silver medalist on this apparatus, as well as win multiple titles in national competitions like the US Classic and the Winter Cup. However, Zoe's chances of making the Olympic team were slim, since she could, realistically, only contribute to the US on one event, and had little to no international experience under her belt when it comes to big meets like Worlds, as she had never been selected to be a part of a World Championships team. In April 2024, the American gymnast officially announced via Instagram that she would be putting an end to her elite career. Zoe explained she had been dealing with a shoulder injury since February, which had taken a long time to heal despite therapy and rest, and would now be prioritizing her recovery in order to be fully healthy for the upcoming collegiate season as an LSU Tiger. So, Miller's elite chapter came to an early and unfortunate ending, but she's now focused on a new one, which will hopefully be very successful. The Gadirova sisters have been two of the main faces of British gymnastics since 2021. They were part of the bronze medal winning team at the Tokyo Games, as well as the silver medal winning team at the 2022 World Championships. Unfortunately, both of them have been recovering from injuries for the past year. Jennifer has not competed since early 2023 and seems to have been battling injuries since. In January 2024, the British athlete underwent ankle surgery as a result of discomfort she had been feeling in this area for months. She later expressed her frustration with the recovery process, which was taking longer than anticipated, preventing her from taking part in any Olympic qualifying event. Jessica, on the other hand, kicked off 2023 with a bang, winning 3 gold medals at the European Championships. She was eventually selected to represent Great Britain at Worlds, where she competed in the qualification round and the team final. However, halfway through the championships, it was announced that Jessica would be withdrawing from the rest of the competition as a precautionary measure, after she felt some pain during training. The British gymnast ended up missing the all-around, vault, beam, and floor finals, and later revealed she had suffered a full ACL tear while warming up right before stepping out to compete in the all-around final. Jessica started her recovery journey in November, which can take up to a year with this type of injury. Nonetheless, at age 19, the twins seem to be focused on long-term success and longevity in the sport, and are not rushing the rehabilitation process by any means. The gymnastics culture is shifting, with many athletes in their late 20s still competing and achieving great results. So, both Jennifer and Jessica, who are both extremely talented, will certainly have their time to shine once again. Eythora Thorsdottir has been one of the key players for Team Netherlands for almost 3 cycles. Her artistic qualities and presentations, especially on beam and floor, have garnered her much acclaim in the gymnastics community over the past decade, which are all the more evident in an era where the artistry component of the discipline is often questioned. Her intricate choreography, musicality, and expressive performances have stolen the hearts of many fans, making her one of the most captivating gymnasts to watch. The Dutch athlete is a 4-time European medalist and already a 2-time Olympian. However, she was looking forward to her 3rd appearance in Paris this summer. Her preparation was looking pretty good, with Eythora working on implementing major upgrades such as an Aminar vault and a triple twist dismount off beam. Unfortunately, during podium training at the Dutch Olympic trials, she broke her right foot in 4 different places as a result of a bad takeoff while dismounting the beam, putting an end to her Olympic dreams this time around. On a more positive note, Eythora later shared that she wouldn't be needing surgery, and the natural healing process of the body would be sufficient to fully recover from this injury. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but the Dutch athlete will most likely resume training once she's healthy, and will hopefully make a run for the Los Angeles Games where she'll be almost 30 years old. Nonetheless, Eythora's blend of technical excellence and artistic expression will definitely be missed in Paris. One of the most awaited comebacks of 2024 was, without a doubt, that of 3-time Olympic champion Gabby Douglas, who announced her intention to make a run for the Paris Games back in July of 2023. It had been 7 years since Gabby had put on a leotard to compete, so the expectations among the community were at an all-time high. Very little was shared about her training status and progress, which was kept secret for quite a while. But every now and then, some clips were shared online, with Douglas looking as sharp as ever, which only increased the expectations around her comeback. The American gymnast had been slated to make her competitive return at the Winter Cup in February 2024. However, 2 days prior to the meet, she tested positive for COVID and was forced to withdraw. Just a couple of days later, news broke that Douglas had parted ways with her coach Valeri Liukin and was searching for a new gym to continue her preparation, which raised some red flags since we were only 6 months away from the Olympics. This ended up not coming to fruition, and Gabby continued to train at Woga Gymnastics under Valeri's oversight. Douglas officially made her competitive return at the American Classic in April, almost 8 years after the Rio Games. With major deductions throughout the competition and a ton of room to improve, Gabby finished the meet with a 50.650 all-around score, short of the 51.0 needed to qualify to the all-around at Nationals. Just 3 weeks later, the 28-year-old stepped onto the arena to compete at the Core Hydration Classic. However, she fell twice on her first event and consequently withdrew from the rest of the meet. At the end of May, Douglas announced she was withdrawing from the US Championships, citing an ankle injury she sustained during training, which put an end to her Olympic bid. Nonetheless, Gabby has expressed a desire to continue training and is setting her aim on the Los Angeles Games, which would become her third Olympic appearance and make her the oldest American gymnast to ever do it. Which gymnast were you most looking forward to seeing at the Paris Games this summer?